Hi everybody, welcome back to GregTech New Horizons episode 118, where last episode we tried to get the power over here, working on medium voltage, but this transformer is not working because it only has one low voltage input and you need 4 to make it work. So I've done some testing. And yes, indeed, 4 inputs, 4 low voltage inputs into one of these transformers will... That's actually charging. Oh, okay. That's interesting. I mean, it's going to be dog slow because that's one thing, but it is putting a charge on it. However, it doesn't alter the fact I think I can improve this setup considerably and significantly, and improving this setup considerably and significantly and all those other things, we're going to improve this setup considerably with a tank which is twice the size, and we are going to, in theory, replace these 4 boilers with the medium voltage versions, which I believe I've got there, advanced steam turbine, so we need some MV stuff for that. That's reasonable, but we're going to replace those. We're going to replace this with steel, and we are going to then rejig all of this wiring and hopefully make it better. There's going to be a little bit more of a jiggery pokery going on with this plumbing as well to take the steam down into the stuff down there. I don't think we're a million miles away from abandoning the steam stuff down there entirely, because I think steam is largely out, and I don't think we're a million miles away from building a boiler, which, if I go and have a look at this one, the large bronze boiler, well, probably a large steel boiler, to be honest, if I was going to do it, although that is HV, so large bronze boiler, we're in medium voltage territory, because that can actually take creosote direct, which means that the creosote that we are generating up here, in addition to creating that small amount of power there, could also be used to directly produce steam. I'm also contemplating the possibility, only the possibility, that I may need to take this setup and duplicate it so we have 2 of them feeding that, because once I up all of my steam production, then in theory I'm going to use more charcoal, which in theory will overmatch that. Maybe not, because I've got a lot of charcoal up there, but first things first, we need a steel tank. That's my first and foremost job, and for that we are going to need a number of steel plates and a number of steel screws. Specifically, I'm going to need 71 steel tank blocks, 9 steel valve blocks, and 18 steel gauge blocks, I counted. So we're just going to make a whole load of steel plates to start off with. That seems like a pretty good position to start from, and then we can work from there. So let me get all of this stuff flattened, and I'll be back with you in a second. Okay, I got 3 stacks of plates. That will be enough to be going on with. I just want to check if I have any steel screws at all. I've got some steel bolts, but that's about it. So we might as well start off by extruding, well, let's just do 8 to start with. I can never remember how much we get, but these are fine. And the steel tank is simply that. You get 2 for 1 craft. We need a screwdriver, and which I've got here. We'll whack those in there. We'll just do... That will make me 64, and I need 71, so yeah, we got more than enough there. As soon as these have extruded, we'll whack these through the saw and then the lathe. That'll turn them into screws, and then we'll know how many more I need to do. I have been a little bit conservative with my steel because I had like nearly 400 and now I'm already down below 200. So that's surprising just how fast you hammer your way through that stuff if you're not careful. So yeah, cutting machine, off you go. I think I get 4 per, so this should be a stack of 64, which I don't think is enough. I think that's only, I need the same again, don't I? Yes, I do. At least to do those, the first 64 tank walls. So let's get those going while I'm at it. And then we'll need, the balance will be 64, what's that, 64, 6, 7, so 8, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, it's going to be 16, isn't it? 16 plates and 2, 1, I think that will do it. That will certainly give me what I need for the tank walls anyway, and then we can do the valves and the gauge separately. I am going to waste a lot of steam, unfortunately. That's just a sad fact of life, but that's fine. We will work our way around it. And what we'll do is we'll also re-pipe the steam to the steam stuff while we're rebuilding the tank, because when you take the gauge, the valves out, you essentially you break, you lose all the steam. So I don't want to build up some steam and then build it again. I really just want to build this once. So the tank is probably the most important part of this. Where's my lathe? It is there. Off you go. Yum. That'll do that, and then yeah, then we're on to the valves, which need some steel bars and some large steel fluid pipes, and I need a lot of those. Oh, good grief. I have to process a whole load of steel, aren't I, after this, just to catch up. Okay, well, such is life. We'll deal with it as we go. Let me get that lot done. What do we need for that, just out of interest? More steel and some glass, less plates, so that's fine, and glass we can do. I'll be back in a bit. Alright, we have our first 64 of those. Now then I need another 8. I did make too many. Okay, doesn't matter because we use those for everything else as well. So that is 72 walls. Then I need 18 gauge. Now they require so I need to do that 9 times 8. I need 18 plates, and I need 36 steel screws. I'm going to need to do more steel screws, aren't I? That's evident. That's right, isn't it? Hang on, let me just check. 4 steel screws per, and I need to do 9 of them, so 36, yeah, that's correct. And I've got 16, so let me just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Oh, so, do you know what? Let's do the lot. Let's not muck around. While we're at it, I also am going to need 18 glass panes, which I may or may not have. If I haven't got them, then I can make them, but there's a good chance I may have them. Please be a good chance. I've got 14 glass panes, and the recipe for those is you basically saw them in. Oh, hang on, let me just cutting machine, 3 to make 8. Okay, 1, 2, 3 in a cutting machine. Perfect. Better than making 2 per, so I'll make two extra basically by using a machine rather than a saw. That's all good. And that will be the beep. That will be the, what did I say, 18, didn't I? So I can put those 4 away, and then we just need the screws. And then the last thing we're going to do is the gauge, and that's going to be pricey because it's going to require pipes. I'm going to hope that I am able to recycle a lot of the stuff that I'm taking out, because you know this constant lifting of, right, that's those, but I still need more, so let me just go grab you. I'm not going to do them all. How many do I need? I need 5 sets more, so that's 20, which is 5 bars worth, isn't it? I think. Ugh. And then I'm going to have to do this again for HV, and then we're going to have to do it again. Every time we're going to have to be upgrading, although eventually we're going to be upgrading the medium voltage. I suspect we're going to be producing using proper power sources like, you know, oil, well, fuel, and all of the good stuff. We're not going to be using steam. But I think steam will see us through medium voltage, possibly slightly more, but medium voltage at bare minimum. And then we'll cross the bridge of the more expensive power sources later. Oh dear. Yeah. This rabbit hole rapidly became a warren, didn't it? So, I always knew GregTech would be difficult. This is not a surprise, by the way. I just there are occasions when I sit there and go, but did you know it would be this difficult? And the honest answer is probably no. I didn't know it would be this difficult. So that made me at 18 gauge. Okay, and now we need these ones. So I need steel bars, which are made. Oh God, here we go. I need 9 steel bars. So you make 3 from 6. No, I don't. I need 9 of these gauges. So I need 18 steel bars. So you can do them with a hammer 6 for 3, which would be 12, 18, 36 bars for that many. Or I can do 3 for 4 in the assembler, which obviously makes a lot more sense. And I need 18, so 20 of those, so 5 lots of steel bars in an assembler, 5 lots of 3, 15 steel bars. 1, 2, 3, 4. In an assembler. No. Oh, actually, no. Oh, hello. You're actually, didn't I? Should I have checked that first? I could have saved myself a lot of steel, couldn't I? Oh, idiot. People keep on telling me you need to check the assembler recipes, and I do, and then I forget, and so on and so forth. So actually all I need is steel bars and steel tubes, but I still need the steel bars, so I need those. That's fine. Assembler, might as well use you. And we are going to put you on program 3 and let that make some steel bars. That's fine. And then I need tubes, so I need, oh hang on, you only make 1 per, don't you? Oh dear, okay. I might have a problem here. We'll see. Maybe not, because they're doing 2 and 2. So tubes extrude out at 6:1. And I need 2 per, so I need 18 times 6. Oh Jesus, that's horrendous. I don't suppose I can extrude from that, can I, either? No, just 6. 6:1. Let's go and see whether I've got any before I start. Steel tube 8, so that's 4, so I only need 5's worth. 5, okay. Life is getting slightly better. So 2 5's 10, so 60 basically. 60 iron. I better put those plates away. I can put those rods away. 60 steel. 1 2 3 4. Boop. Let's go and turn those into large tubes. You know, once it's done, it's done. Let's just look on the bright side. And I've wasted a load of stuff, but that's fine. It won't be the first time I've wasted a load of stuff, and it certainly won't be the last time that I waste a load of stuff. Right, let's have a look. How are you doing? You've got 20 of those, so if I need to make myself those, I need 18 of those and 18 of these. That's your 16. That's your 18. And we were doing that on program 22. Off you go. And that, in theory, is everything we need to make our new tank. Now, just as a matter of interest, I can recycle them back to iron I can macerate them down to iron dust. I can put them with oxygen into iron ingots. That's fine. At least I can get something back from that one. Similarly from that, and we get the bronze back from those. So at least we can recoup them. I may keep them to one side. It's only iron, so I might keep it to one side until I decide that I don't actually have a use for another tank, because there's a tank of creosote on the top there, and another tank might be useful, so I can have 2 tanks of creosote. Who knows? I mean, what's better than a tank of creosote? 2 tanks of creosote. Yeah, it sounds like a bad joke, doesn't it? Anyway, these are going to take a hot minute, so let's let these finish and I shall be back with you in a mo. Alright, we've just completed the steel multi-block tank quest. Bonus! I forgot that was a quest, actually. Which will give me... I'm going to take that because I can probably recycle it. But that's fine. We are there. I could have saved myself a step. Now, so what I need to realistically do is come in here, and I'm going to basically, now this uses, thankfully, a pickaxe to process all of its stuff. So what we will do is we'll come in and we'll build up most of it. I mean, it's a shame that we had to waste the steam, it is, but it's also... No! Oh, it doesn't matter, it's only iron. is also a simple fact that we need to do this. So what we'll do is we'll grab you, and you can go there. So we'll get the outsides done first and the top level, because that will key into the various pipes and stuff that we're going to be putting in. But this will give me double the steam storage, which will be useful when I'm between jobs, when I'm not hammering out vast amounts of material. That will be useful. And then we can take these. I'm going to connect you up there, 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 and there. That is the top layer. The back edge is essentially that, and then all the way up it's just a solid wall of steel tank blocks. This corner hang on, does that. We can take the edges while we're at it. And then these here. Now this is where the fun bit comes in. You see this gauge there, I would like to make steel, and this gauge, which is also going directly into there, can be steel, as can that and that. This one, however, I don't want to be steel. I want that to go there, and then I want this lot. We could do it there, to be honest. That might make even more sense, and it will hopefully become apparent why we're doing this the way we are momentarily. But we're going to do that. With one left over, and of course we've got one of those left over, and then we take our steel gauge and we turn you back into a tank. And that will now hold 4 million steam, as opposed to slightly less than last time. Right, now there's a reason behind a lot of this, but the first thing we need to do is we need to take that and that. Now this is going to be awkward because these pipes and wires all get in the bloody way. How do I do this? Yeah, you can't. Oh, come on. Let's go down and get the rest of the stuff from the underneath, shall we? So, this pipe here is now going to be coming and connecting up. What I need to do is work out where it's there, which I can't reach. Okay. That's fine, that's not connected up yet. I've probably not got enough pipe here yet to connect this all up, but that's also fine, because what I'm going to do is disconnect these, and these are all going to move up one. But we'll do that in a bit. We don't need to right now. Let me just pop that away. That just tidies that up nicely. Yeah, we're kind of making some kind of progress here, which is, you know, all good. So we've got a big old steam tank. Now we need to, and it's filling up rapidly, and this is doing its thing, and that's fine. So next thing we need to do is these. I need 4 of these to give me the increased power generation. So we're going to need nope. Yeah, we're going to need to make a whole bunch of aluminium pipes. Not aluminium. Yep. I think I put the aluminium away, didn't I, last time? Aluminium plates, that's the word I was looking for. So I need 32 aluminium. To make the machine frames, and they're going to be turned into plates, and the world will be good and happy. In the meantime, I also would like to find my arc furnace, because I know I put one down somewhere. If I were an arc furnace, where would I be? Printer, packager, polarizer thing, laser engraver, binding, wire mills, canning machines. See, these are all connected up, that's why I don't want to muck around with the wiring right now. That's still doing its thing with its fermented wheat. You're still baking your ethanol. You're still doing your stuff with that, which is wonderful. You've done a whole load of glass, which is fine. None of those are actually arc furnaces, so I don't know whether I've got them set up or what. Are they upstairs? It could be upstairs, I suppose, but not something I use a lot, but when you need it, it's handy, because you just want to break down your machines back into constituent parts. Arc furnace with oxygen, have that. You're going to be medium voltage use, aren't you? You're medium voltage, of course you are. You're still medium voltage. You're low voltage. I can convert you back into steel dust. Steel dust I can melt. And can I get away with casting an ingot? I'm pretty certain that the answer to that is no. But if we take you, what can I do with you? I can't do anything with you, can I? I can make a bucket of steel, which I can put into a thing. Okay, let's not try that. Let's go there. And that's fine. That will get me at least some of that iron back, and the iron, then we've got the steel tank wall and yada yada when I get to the medium voltage. Right, we need to eat. Epic bacon. The best. Right, what was I doing? I was doing something. I was making machine frames. I'll be back in a bit. Alright, I'm an idiot. Because that is a medium voltage steam turbine. That is a medium voltage generator, which is not what I want. I may actually want 2 of them. I may do, I mean, I could. How do I put this? I could put 2 of these in on medium voltage and 2 of these in on low voltage and just have a direct feed. That would be a big brain moment, wouldn't it? Only the only thing is, or do I do 4 of them and then have that set, have one of these set to step the voltage down to charge that? But oh, this is difficult. You see, I was actually looking for these, and I still want to make those up into the better things, but I'm now wondering whether I should just take the low voltage stuff out entirely and just go straight to medium voltage. I mean, it's a viable solution. Let me just have a look at, because I'm still concerned that that is not going to be able to, these are not going to be able to produce steam fast enough. So this is a boiler, not a turbine. So we have got a boiler, and it's that one we need, which is a little bit more expensive in some respects. I am very tempted to go there, but I'm very tempted to go medium voltage across the board down there as well now. I think I'm going to have to look at this, aren't I? I still, to do it, I'm in considerably lower. I've got enough to make one there, for example. If I do that and do that and do those and that and those, I need one more electronic circuit, and I need 6 more medium voltage motors. So this could be a happy mistake, although I suspect my steam will run out very rapidly. Just say turbine that uses 2 litres of steam, 7 litres of steam per second. Just a stupid question. That does the protein fluid. The protein fluid pipe does 6,000, so that's actually not enough to supply the steam it requires. However, that's not a problem, because I think we can hook straight into that. That was my plan, to hook these straight in. I think we're going to go straight to medium voltage, and then we'll rewire accordingly. Yeah, why not? Hell, what's the worst that can happen? I think we can put multiple inputs into a battery bank. Let me just double check. Let's have a look at let's have a look. Medium voltage battery bank has 1 slot. Doesn't say anything about amperage. Ultimate medium voltage 9 slot. Medium voltage 16, medium voltage 4 slot. Yeah, there's no mention of amperage, it just goes in, so that's fine. So I think we can put a 4 amp cable off, and we can use the thingy to bring it down. God, God, this is just rabbit warren and a half, isn't it? Right, so let's start off with the electric motors. I need copper nickel wires. I need 2 times copper nickel wires times... See, there's no benefit to crafting that in there, is there? Component assembly line there is, but that is just the same cost as that. There is really no difference. So let's have a look. How many did I say I needed? 3, 6. So I need 12 aluminium rods, which we can extrude 6 aluminium ingots to get 12 aluminium rods. Let me get those. And we'll get those made. We'll make all of this lot up, and again, I shall be back in a second. Alright, 6 more medium voltage motors. I'm going to need more of those. If I'm going to make these, I'm going to need a lot more of those. Luckily I don't need the circuits, which is good, because these are cheap compared to the circuits, so that's all good. We've got lots of bronze, everything else we can do, but let's go and get those. Wow, we actually killed the quest as well. I am impressed. I didn't know whether that was a quest or not. It is. It doesn't give me anything new, but it does give me something in the medium voltage line, which is great. We do know how to make solar panels now, but that's, you know, that's for another time. I left my solder in the I'll leave it there for now. Left it in the medium voltage in the circuit assembler, but we'll probably need it anyway. So at this point what I need to do is I need my snippy snips, and we need to basically unwire all of this lot, including that, ultimately. I'm going to put my magnet in my hotbar because I think something just shot off the edge there, and I don't want anything to shoot off the edge of anything. But this is all obsolete. Now, we also need to take that out. You need to come out, you need to come out, you need to come out, and you need to come out. And I apparently have managed to do something worthy of fireworks. So that's a MV to LV. That's what we want. We want to take medium voltage in. But I think what I want to do is put a low, a 4 amp version of one of those in. So I'm going to need a scaffolding block of some description. I'm just a little. Actually, maybe not. That should be able to take. Those basically never tell you what their amperage is, do they? They just. So if I were to go like that, I should in theory be able to. Things now, you all need to come out, because I would like you Oh, I wanted you to be smaller than that. Don't know whether I can. I can connect. Okay, well that's fine. I mean, it doesn't matter. It looks a little bit odd, but we'll live. Hub. Oh, that's old bit, yes. And then that can just feed down like that. That's all good. That's reconnected. I need to get up there. So at this point, what I want to do first is I would like to take my steam from there and I'd like to put in a medium voltage no, bad. We're just going to run you straight off of there. Now in theory, I could just go straight down and in and that one generator, but where's the fun in that? So we need more of this copper cable. That much is a certainty. But I don't know how much of that copper cable I need. Oh, I got a basic turbine trophy apparently. I don't know what I did to deserve that, but that's fine. I did something clearly. In theory, I should be able to. You will dismantle, blah, 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 blah. I just want some, give me some dirt. 64 should give me enough blocks to plan this out. So I need to come, I need to take all of these cables out still. But I'm probably going to end up using this to get me to these cables, aren't I? Right, so we're going to take out the wires, and we're going to take out the converter, and that is going to go right now. This is where we go and get a bit. I could bring it further this way, but let's just do that. So we can count. I had 64. Let's just count back from there. That will give me a distance, won't it? Because I'm going to come straight into here. And pardon me. Maybe we do. Yeah, it should work. So I need 33 of those by my estimate. Well, they're charged anyway, at least that's a bonus. Okay, 33 of these, and the recipe for those is molten rubber, which we can do, but more importantly I need 33 of those, which is 2, so that's going to be 66 copper on program 4. 66 copper on program 4. Technically I could do one less, but I might as well just do 66 copper on program 4. I mean, why wouldn't we do 66 copper on program 4? It makes no sense not to. We shall pop that away up. Nope, we shall pop that away there. 66 copper, 64 and 2 on program 4. Back in a minute. Alright, I'm just going to grab some more sulfur. I'm making rubber, and you need a lot of sulfur. You go through sulfur way faster than you go through the rubber, so luckily we've got a fair amount. And yeah, we're just almost got the wires. Almost. Over there. Whoa, that was a lag spike and a half. So, we're almost to the point where we can plumb in the medium voltage. And this always... Oh, actually no, it wasn't sulfur, it was rubber all the way round. Sorry. Let me just stick that up there for now. Rubber we need, okay. But we should have enough to get the wires going, but I'd like to keep it chugging, so we've got plenty of molten rubber, because it's one of those things that you do use a fair amount of, and you usually, the first time you realise you haven't got it is when you go to use it, and you kind of go, oh, and then you have to go and do pretty much what I've done now, which is go and make myself a whole bunch of batches of molten rubber. So yeah, keep on top of your molten rubber. That sounded wrong. But there's 33 of these wires. We can also recycle those steam turbines, so that's I think that will give me steel back if I do it on the fluid extractor with tin. If I do it on the arc, whole load back stuff back, yeah, definitely worthwhile recycling. Right, so I'm tempted to start here, I think. Like this. And then we can, oh no, that's stupid functionality. No, not like that, like that. So if I then pop you down there, I can connect you, that can go that way. Like that, so that's coming out. Then we'll come down here. Might as well just go across. Hang on a second. Let's pop that there, connect up. That gets us to there. So if I bring myself all the way to here, and then under from here, this is where we start getting a bit fun. Am I being overkill with the power? Possibly. Do I care? No. Because ultimately, what matters is that I don't blow up any machines. And so far we seem to be getting away with not doing that, which is always a bonus. Right. That has got no batteries in it. Didn't blow up. Bonus, right, let's go and very quickly grab those and whack those in. And that should be charging, and it is charging. Excellent. From there I need to bring out from there. Then there. Come on. Oh, this is a pain. Like that. And that shouldn't be a problem because that is already charged. And then stepping it down, so that's fine, and that's eventually will start charging, but I imagine that that's getting priority right now. And then finally the last one, and still nothing has blown up. Well, that's always a bonus then, isn't it? These are filling up pretty quickly. Now my suspicion is the steam is emptying pretty quickly. It is. And this is why that thing is the necessary next step. Because I think these are going to slurp steam out very rapidly. And these are going to be, you know, just, I mean, there's as much, these are 100 each, so that's each one of those batteries is 4 of those, so that's double the power that's in those batteries. And actually I need to come up with some storage for those batteries, so that's going to be in itself, or I need to do something with those batteries. These, I believe, I've got nothing I can do with those. That is really disappointing. Some of them I'm going to be able to recycle. I'm surprised that I can't recycle everything, but and yeah, there's nothing. Okay, so some of those are just scrap, I'm afraid. But these we can recycle, get a lot of the steel back, so that's all good. But right now, I don't know where to take my my picture. Are you're just charging? Okay, I see what's happening. So I think what's happening here is we're out of steam already. But it shouldn't take long before it picks back up, because those will be charged, those will be charged, those will be charged, and then that will start refilling. So definitely need to up our steam game, and there are a couple of options for that. One is the going for the higher powered thing, but we still need to do this. Remember, this is what we're actually aiming for, is this. The other element I think was in here perhaps, and it's this one, the large bronze boiler. In order to make you need a mountain of bronze. This boiler produces 800 litres of steam per tick. It's enough to run 10 basic steam turbines. The large boiler can use either water or distilled water, 1 litre per 100. bronze pipe. Okay, so we're going to need a lot of bronze. And this one can actually things, but you can't let it run out of water. There's your catch. And I think we'd need to really want to make sure that it doesn't run out of water. I'm just not entirely sure how I'd go about doing that. But big old multi-block, and we all run on creosote, which is interesting as well. This is still doing, that's why the steam's still doing its thing. Got the ethanol, you've done everything you're doing. I think it's just that one that's running now. But we've achieved quite a lot of what our goals were, and now we just need this to catch up, which I assume it will do very shortly. Those are full. I think that'll start. Yeah, it's filling. Look. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to start off and just get ourselves this picture here, and next episode we're going to have a go at stainless steel. Remember, I need to make 64 ingots of it for the quest, for this quest here, and that's going to use a lot of power, basically. So we really also do need to start looking at getting that advanced boiler sorted, which is a start. Doesn't explode if there's no water, so that's potentially a better solution for us, and yeah, we'll see what happens. But on that note, thank you very much for watching, guys. I will see you soon. This has been an absolute rabbit warren of a job. And I've got a little bit of processing of things to do and all good things. So till next time, thanks for watching. Bye for now, and I'll see you soon.